Mark Hamill is going to be up there signing his comic book, The Black Pearl, on Dark Horse Comics.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, he did sign this board for me. And I just want to say thank you. I know he doesn't want to do the show. I've already know by that point, but this gives me a chance to meet up with him and say thank you.
Yeah.
Because again, that thing back in New York with the Force was working together.
Yeah.
And so I surrendered that. And I'm like, but I still want to say thank you.
Thank you.
And reintroduce myself from New York all the way years later to LA. I get there, comic books are stacked. Here's I swear, this is what happens. He already wrote on all of them, Forcefully Yours, Mark Hamill. When you come up to the front, he is, hi, he gets a comic book and goes, hi, what's your name? Gets a comic book, goes down, signs it. Goes for another one. Hi, what's your name? Signs it. Goes down for another one. Hi, what's your name? I get to the top. He goes, hi, what's your name? Debra Wilson, Mad TV. I love that show. Mad TV. Oh my God. I watch you every Saturday night. Me and my family, we think you're so funny. That show is so fun. And I said, yeah. Yeah. And thank you. And I looked at him and I said, you don't remember, do you? What? Let me tell you a little story, Mark. Years ago, when you were doing the Joker on Batman the Animated Series, you were signing these autographed cells and talking about it at Warner Brothers Studio Store in Manhattan, 57th Street, 5th Avenue. Yeah. And of all the people that stood in line, there was a black woman. She had dreadlocks. My dreadlocks were cut short. Had dreadlocks. When she came to you, she was overwhelmed and you helped her get through it. She cried. She had a hard time breathing. She was overwhelmed and you helped her get through it. And his jaw started to drop. And you asked her what she was doing, and she mentioned sketch and improv, and you said you love sketch and improv. You would love to do that. And maybe one day we would work together. And he went, holy wow. Oh my God. Oh my God. I said, you didn't know me back then, but I'm the same person. And I'm so sorry that you don't want to do the show. He goes, what are you talking about? I said, well, the producers pitched all these ideas for you to do the show, and your reps said you weren't interested because it wasn't Saturday Night Live. Right then and there, writes his number, home number, writes his email address. Give it to your producers. Tell them to call me directly. And keep it. You keep it too. Keep it. On stage, talking to students during a rehearsal period, sharing the Mark Hamill story, because again, the human condition is everything is possible. You have to believe, you have to trust, and you have to surrender to the path and the choices that you take on it. Don't judge them, just take them. Don't judge them, just make them. Mark Hamill standing behind, listening to the story of how we met in New York to where we are now. On the set, Friday night, live episode. He's standing on one side, I'm standing on the other. Audience. AJ Johnson, floor manager, quiets the audience because we're about to shoot. Cameras getting ready. And the music dies down. You know, you have music and you have an audience warm up. The music dies down. AJ goes, in 5, 4, 3, and in television, you don't say 2, 1. Everything goes quiet. So he goes, in 5, 4, 3. In that moment of silence, everything came flooding back, looking at him across from me. Everything I ever felt about myself as a child, every space in which the Force was helping me recognize myself, the same way that Luke was backing up, seeing Vader, tries to kill Vader, and what pops open his mask is himself. Every fight I had against myself was gone. At least for that time period.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got overwhelmed again, because from New York to LA on a successful Fox show, all the audience could hear is me breaking down. So they stopped rolling tape, roll tape. Makeup wardrobe comes over to me, AJ, you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm just overwhelmed in this moment that all of this is happening and it's real. And I'm continuing to, as I move through this experience, accept myself and accept that I'm worthy of it. And the show went on, and I got to have personal relationship with Mark Hamill and get to know him and his family, and to do the regular show voiceover wise with him. And it's been amazing. Whoopi Goldberg,